Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is a special day because it is my birthday. I'm filming 2 days before my actual birthday, but I am posting this on my birthday because my birthday lands on a Friday. Thank you to all of the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want this video to be around reflecting because I think it's right that we get to reflect when that year comes around. Sometimes we feel like we haven't come a long way, but in reality, when we are actually taking the time to look back and remember everything or feel into it all, we have come a long way. So hopefully someone out there can relate to this video and you could look back in your life, in your year, and you could see how far you've come, where you were a year ago. Around this time, I would be having my housewarming birthday party. I had just settled into this new apartment that I had moved into, this apartment that I prayed for. I prayed for it when I was pregnant and I ended up getting a call. I moved in and it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. So there was a lot of energy around that for the 9 months that I lived there until I finally decided that I'm going to leave and move back to California and be close to my family and my community here. Whatever situation we've gone through in the past, we can look back now and be like, oh, that happened because of this. That put me here. It's just something for us to reflect on. And I'm going to close the door. So it's so crazy that like all of that happened in a year. There were so many emotions that came with being in Oregon, living in that apartment, to like now being back where I'm from. And I do want to dive deeper into that energy. I made a video and I ended up just deleting it. Like I had so many blocks around sharing my story around that chapter and like what I went through and where I'm at now. It was really hard for me to talk about it. Anything hard is great because it's just a breakthrough. And I know the more I share about it, the more I'm going to have breakthroughs around the awareness of what I went through. But yeah, it's still hard for me to like share about it. I was next on the list to move into this apartment that I've been waiting for. How quickly I said yes without even like asking questions of like who was living around me. But really at the end of the day, you get to like see why you're there, why you're put somewhere in the first place, because it's like so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than you think. And I see that. I knew I was supposed to be there for a certain reason because I was just like so unhappy. And I went through so much with the people who were living below me, and I like lost hair. I was so stressed out. I'm not just trying to reflect on like all of that stress. Like there's just been so much that happened. Like I moved in and then I would come to California a lot to visit my family. I did a lot of traveling, I guess you could say. A year ago was just back and forth from Oregon to California, California to Oregon. I really was like unhappy at the apartment I was living in, so I would just like take 2-month trips to California just to get away from the apartment that I was at. I just finally decided that I get to move, even though I had just moved in, but it was like 9 months later. I was just like, I get to move. Like I'm worthy of living in a safe space. I'm worthy of living in a place that I get to feel good in. I get to sleep calmly throughout the whole entire night without the walls shaking and smelling cigarette smoke. And it was just like this thing that I went through, in which I'll share about in another video. But so that was my stress and my energy. And it was like, I realized that I had moved into this apartment. I realized all of that was going to be taking place the moment I stepped foot in the apartment, like before they even gave me the keys. And there was like 3 other units altogether. I think it was like 4 open units, and I should have checked out the other ones, but I just said yes to that one. And yeah, I learned a lot in that. I think what I could take away from that is just remaining calm in the storm, trusting that everything is happening for a higher reason more than you know. It takes really knowing that and trusting that. If only we could go back in time and do it different. Like that's just how life is though. So yeah, I would have totally done things different, But then also that was supposed to happen because I needed that to be like that in that time. So I don't know, I guess this video really is just about trusting where you're at right now, trusting why you're there. It's happening for a particular reason. It's something that's happening for a bigger picture, a bigger reason. Even though in the moment it's so hard, and there was times where I would just be in like envy of the other people around me who were happy in their homes, or there's times where I would just cry because I wasn't comfortable where I was at, and I was confused, I was mad, I just was like full of so many emotions. I was never able to sleep at night because of the energy that was going on with the other people living there. Trust me, I was in my head about so much. And now looking back, I'm like, oh, that happened because of this. Like, that's why that happened. Yeah, just remaining strong, just remaining in your trust, remaining in knowing that like spirit got your back, like the universe got your back. Like, I trust that this is happening. I'm not going to beat myself up about it, and just making the best out of the situation. That's it right there. I did a lot during the day to just like take my mind off of the reality of like my living situation. And my apartment was beautiful. I had a sunroom. It was on this beautiful piece of land. Right connected to it was a huge park. There were deers that would just run by. It was the apartment of my dreams. Like, it was in the perfect city, the city that all people like want to live in. And I really fully trust that like spirit put me there to help remove some of the energy that was there, some of the people that were there that were taking advantage of the land there. We would see people run by who were on drugs, and people who like were good people too. Like, they were cool. Like, I liked them. They just lived a certain way that wasn't safe for the kids that were around there. And there was always new managers. I think because they were so stressed out of like the energy there that they just kept leaving, and the new managers would come and the new managers wouldn't know what's going on. So then the people that were there, they kept getting away with all the bad stuff that they're doing. Like, there is someone who lived there who like broke someone's car window and got away with it, and everyone knew who it was. Like, just there was stuff that was going on there that like really needed to be fixed, needed to be cleared. Each time a new manager would come, they would be behind and just do like all the other stuff. They're actually like clearing energy on that land as we speak. And that's why I feel like I was there at the time that I was supposed to be there, because I really prayed over the land. I saged the apartments. I really like did what I could do to help out the situation. So just seeing things for what it is, being positive about it, and just moving forward with who you are. Like, I always had to remember who I am. A woman of positivity, a woman of healing. I am a woman that spreads love and light. Like, that's why I'm here. There were so many nights that I wasn't able to sleep. Keep in mind, I had a baby with me. She was 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 11 months. Plus I never slept. And then in the morning, it was like these people would finally go to sleep who were fighting all night long. And then I would just get my sound bowls, let out a frequency of like heart chakra energy, and just pray over the situation. I was working with some heavy energy that wasn't even mine. It wasn't even mine. It didn't belong to me, but Spirit, God put me there to help transmute it into love that's heavy. Like when I look back and when I reflect on that time, it's a trip. I was watching the movie Erin Brockovich recently. I don't know if that's her correct way to say her last name, but that movie is heavy. She like basically gets this job at a lawyer's office. She had such a good way to speak to people. And she ended up opening up this case and looking more and more into it. Long story short, she got the lawyer to take this huge company to court because they were polluting water with horrible chemicals. And a lot of people had diseases because of the water that they're swimming in and living in. The kids were getting sick. Everybody was getting sick. Like forever, like a lifetime of just sickness. And Aaron ended up like suing them, and then they got millions and millions and millions of like it was like $333 million that they sued them for. And it reminded me of being at that apartment. It's like I was there, I dug deep into the energy around this beautiful sacred land where these apartments were, and how grateful I was to live there. I feel like I helped everyone get their justice. All the people, the kids who were living there, the families. I was there to make the whole entire place better for when I move out, for the next family or mom with her baby to live in there, to feel safe. And I feel like I really did what I had to do spiritually, physically, to help clear some of the people there and the energy there. And it's still happening till we speak today. They're evicting people now, and a lot of stuff is happening. So I feel like I helped out with that situation, and it's a really good feeling. When spirit puts you somewhere, know that you are powerful and you are there to make things move. You are there to shift things around. You are there to light a fire in certain people's booties. You are there to spread your love, to spread your message. And it could feel so hard. It could feel so stressful. I know. It could feel horrible at the time. But just trust that it's not forever. And that was one of my mantras. Like, this feeling isn't forever. This is not forever. And then there's a point where you just let it go. Either you're the one that leaves the situation, or the other situation leaves the situation. But you know when your time is due, you know when your time is up, and you know that you did whatever you had to do to make that place better. And that was what was affirmed to me when I was moving out. There's just people that were coming up to me like, we really feel like you're here for a reason. All of that energy was meant for a reason. So my hair is growing back. I am healthy. Me and the baby are doing good. We're living in a beautiful space, and we get to see our family. I love you all so much. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for listening to these videos. I hope you could take something away from it. I hope you can keep supporting this channel. I know it's going to continue to grow in ways that I don't even know. Like, it's not up to me, it's up to God, right? I'm excited for more vlogs. I'm excited to get more creative, to interview people. I'm excited for so much potential of this channel. And excuse my voice, I've been a little sick. I'm gonna go enjoy a nice spa day now on my birthday and just take it easy, and then go to dinner. I have my little baby's birthday I gotta start planning shortly after. So sending you all so much love.